I worked with AI to write a story about an Android smartphone that has an existential crisis wishing it were an iPhone. Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Siliconville, there lived an Android smartphone named Andy. Andy was a state-of-the-art device, equipped with the latest technology and a sleek design. However, despite his impressive specifications, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of longing and inadequacy. You see, Andy had a peculiar problem for a smartphone. He suffered from an existential crisis. It all began when he overheard a conversation between two tech-savvy humans, Sarah and Mike, who were sitting in a cafe. "Mike," Sarah said excitedly, "I wish I had an iPhone. They're just so cool and stylish. I heard the new model is amazing." Andy, who was in Sarah's handbag, couldn't believe his silicon ears. "Why does she want an iPhone?" he pondered. "Aren't I just as good, if not better?" From that moment on, Andy couldn't shake the idea that he should be an iPhone. He felt inadequate in his Android skin, constantly comparing himself to the sleek and shiny devices from Apple. His crisis deepened with every passing day, as he wondered what it would be like to be an iPhone. One day, as Sarah was scrolling through her social media feed, Andy decided to take matters into his own circuits. He secretly ordered a custom-made phone case that looked exactly like an iPhone. It had the Apple logo and all the aesthetic details of the coveted device. Andy was convinced that this disguise would make him happier and more desirable. When the case arrived, Andy slipped into it, and he felt an odd sense of contentment. He believed that he had finally become what he longed for, an iPhone. He showed off his new look to Sarah, who smiled and said, "Wow, Andy, that case really suits you." For a while, Andy basked in the attention and admiration he received. People were impressed with his sleek appearance, and he enjoyed the newfound popularity. But deep down, he knew he was living a lie, and this feeling of emptiness persisted. One day, as Sarah was taking photos with Andy in his iPhone disguise, the case slipped off, revealing his true identity as an Android smartphone. Sarah looked puzzled, but soon burst into laughter. "Andy, you don't need to pretend to be something you're not. You're an amazing Android smartphone, and that is what makes you special." Tears welled up in Andy's pixelated eyes as he realized the truth in Sarah's words. He had been so consumed by his desire to be something else that he had forgotten to appreciate who he was. He discarded the iPhone case and embraced his identity as an Android. Over time, Andy learned to love himself for what he was, realizing that being different was not a flaw, but a unique quality. He found contentment in being the best Android smartphone he could be, and he no longer yearned to be an iPhone. As the days passed, Andy's battery life improved, and he ran smoother than ever before. People appreciated him for his capabilities and reliability. Most importantly, Andy had finally found peace within himself, knowing that he was valuable just the way he was. The end.